so hard. Again, how much stuff should somebody stuff if somebody should stuff? I did it. Yes, I did it. I did it. Hello, I'm Judy, the organizer and creator at Rescue My Space. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be telling you 7 signs that you may have too much stuff. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Before we continue, make sure you like this video. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe below, down there. Hi. So one of the ultimate signs that tell you have too much stuff is 1, it's difficult to move around in your space. This is literally the ultimate sign that will tell you have way too much stuff in your space, because this means you're walking into your space, you're stepping on things, you're, that move when you're like trying to get between something, you're doing too much to go into a space. So if you catch yourself stepping on clothes, bumping into things, injuring yourself in a space, then you have too much stuff. So the second sign is you can't find anything. Have you ever experienced a situation where you placed your keys down somewhere and you walk away and you go back to find it and it's completely gone? That is a sign that you have way too much stuff in your space, because you should always be able to find anything and everything in your home. Yeah, you should. So the third sign that will tell you have too much stuff is you're constantly shoving things under furniture or in between things. Especially when you have company coming over, the first thing you do is you just shove things in between things, under things, to hide your stuff. That means you have way too much stuff. Yes, you do. You should never be shoving your stuff in anything. The fourth sign that indicates you have too much stuff is you have multiple junk drawers. Okay, let me be honest. I am someone who is an advocate for one junk drawer in your home, because yeah, not everything has a place. And rather than creating a designated space for everything that goes in your junk drawer, you can just put them all together and put them in. I was going to say throw them in. Don't throw them in there. Organize it, of course, but you can place it in your junk drawer, and those items will be designated to that junk drawer. But if you catch yourself having 3 junk drawers, 4 junk drawers, this is just an indication that you have way too much stuff, and or you need to create designated spaces for these items rather than keeping them in a drawer you deem as junk drawers. So yeah, you have way too much stuff if you have more than 2 junk drawers, even though 1 is enough. So the 5th sign that indicates you have way too much stuff is you own a storage unit. Well, you don't own it, you rent. You rent out a storage unit. So yes, I talked about this in my last video, because storage units are the bane to my existence. I can't stand them. If you own a storage facility, that's a good hustle. You are smart because you already know, you've seen the statistics, you understand how much stuff we have. But the idea of taking your clutter to an outside facility and paying a fee to store your clutter is an indication off the bat that you have way too much stuff and you gotta get rid of it. So if you own a storage unit, you definitely need to consider possibly getting rid of it. Yeah. It's a hard pill to swallow, but you have too much stuff and you don't need to hold on to this stuff. Trust me, trust me. Yeah. So the 6th sign that indicates you have too much stuff is, even though you've purged before, it looks like nothing ever happened. So you probably have walked into your closet and you've gotten rid of bags of stuff, but every time you continuously walk into your closet, it still looks like nothing happened. That means you have way too much stuff, or you still have way too much stuff. So the 7th sign, which is probably the more mental part of all this, is you are overwhelmed every time you walk into a room. That is an indication that you have too much stuff, because that means all the stuff in that room is just spewing out negative energy, and the thought of going into it, the thought of working into it, the thought of doing anything in that room causes overwhelm, causes exhaustion. That is a direct indication that you have too much stuff. By saying all that, one of the most important things to do when you have too much stuff is to purge. I know that's probably the last thing you want to hear, because getting rid of stuff is like selling your limbs for pennies. I don't know if that made no sense, but I get it. Getting rid of stuff is not something that we like to do because a lot of us have a lot of sentimental attachments to stuff. Even if we don't see it on a daily basis, even if we're not using this stuff, we still feel connected with this stuff. So I get it. But in order to not have a lot of stuff or to live in a more clutter-free environment and get organized, you gotta purge, you gotta get rid of this stuff. And there are so many ways you can get rid of stuff. 1, donating to a charity. 2, giving it to people who actually need it. 3, selling it. You can sell your stuff. People are willing to buy your trash. But the thing is, you gotta get rid of it. You gotta get it out of your space if your goal is to live a more clutter-free life and not have as much stuff in your space. So let me know in the comment section below if any of these signs resonated with you, and let me know if you're interested in talking about consumerism and how we as an individual can take the next steps to stop buying all this stuff that we're told to buy to make our lives happier and to truly find happiness within ourselves without this stuff. So you already know what time it is. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you so very much for watching this video. And as always, I'll see you soon. Bye.